Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM. Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. Game over.
Sports Night Amplified with Andile. I'm still a little bit under the weather, but a lot better than yesterday. You can tell. A lot better than yesterday. I'm one of those people that doesn't believe in medication, you know? I feel the system must just help itself out. I don't give it that added boost of medicine that it needs. Yeah, so it takes a little bit longer for me to get there than normal. But nonetheless, here we are. It got me thinking. I was talking to Loretta a little bit earlier about Tiger Woods. You know, after years and years and years, I mean, when Tiger Woods burst onto the scene, Nike was there from the time that we remember anyway. And it's been one of those things that has been hand in hand. You know, even when the debacle hit, even when, you know, he was going through the worst parts of his life with the divorce and all the women and all the cheating and the scandals and all that, they stuck by him. I dabbled in a little bit of golf. I still do whenever I get an opportunity. And I went with Nike because of Tiger Woods. It's the same with the shoes that I wear. I'm wearing a pair now. Jordans, because of Michael Jordan. So I was influenced. I've worn Cristiano Ronaldo influenced shoes. I've worn, who else was it? Ronaldo, the Brazilian Ronaldo influenced shoes. But I remember back in the day, Jomosono King was a thing. So I then wondered, in South African context today, do you or do the kids growing up now get influenced by anyone? Was it such big stars of the game? Does anybody want to wear anything shabalala? Is there anything like that in South Africa? There used to be. There surely used to be, because like I said, you know, with Dr. Kumalo, with Jomosono, there used to be things that were marquee sportsman relationships with brands. And I'm saying this because I'm seeing South African brands right now trying to branch out into sport, and I just wondered, at some point, Ncube Nkune was the biggest name in South African sport. I don't remember there being a significant anything. I think at some point I remember there was gloves or something like that were going to come from Ncube Nkune, but I just wonder, with the select number of what, you know, goalkeepers are, that's putting yourself in quite a block. Teko Modise, I mean, geez, such an influential man in South African sport. Caster Semenya. We could go on. The list is endless. But what is of our partnerships with brands and sportsmen and women? Or are we as a society just not influenced by our sportsmen and women? Is it not the sort of thing that we would support or want to support? I'd love to know. Hit us up. It's 11 after the hour 6 on the Mighty Metro FM. Send me your voice notes on 060-552-7303. On our show today, Iqraam Rayners is going to be coming on. Iqraam Rayners, of course, has been called up to the Bafana squad, a very late inclusion to the team. But before we speak to him, we'll be hearing from Hugo Broos, who held a press conference a little bit earlier. And in that press conference, he speaks about some of the injuries, including Umvala, and the preparations before they leave on Thursday. They've made it to Johannesburg from Cape Town, so we'll dabble into that as well.
Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM. Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m.
The African Cup of Nations will be live, all 52 games on SABC Sport, SABC 1, SABC 3, SABCsport.com, as well as on SABC Plus. You can catch some games there, so do make sure that you get downloading the SABC app, but also get familiar with our website. And I think if you are on DTT, it's Channel 4, where you can catch the SABC Sport channel. 13 after the hour 6. Hey, I'm very worried. We're speaking about the AFCON. We're going to be showing those games live. We're going to be showing you the beginning of the tournament just in a couple of days. And I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little bit worried simply because Hugo Broos came out to speak today, and his injury list already was something I wasn't happy with. Have a listen.
We have a few problems, a few little and a big one. So the little one is here on my right. Ronman didn't train with us the last 4 days, but the medical report is positive, so he will start training. He will not play tomorrow, but he will be ready for next week, Tuesday. There is no doubt about it. The second one is Temba. Though Temba got a kick 2 days ago, I think, on training. Wanted to train yesterday, but it was better not to do, so he stopped training. But again, there will be no problem for next week, but tomorrow Temba will not play either. And the biggest problem is Matobi. So Matobi had again a groin injury. So the doctor is now with him and we will wait the medical report. It's not sure that he goes with us to Ivory Coast after tomorrow. So we will wait the report and see how bad the injury is. But I think we can't take him with us and the next 10 days he can't train. I think then it's better that we take a new one. But we are not so far for the moment. But okay, we talked already about it. And I really hope that it's not so bad. And that with a few days rest, that he is again with us and that I can count on him for next Tuesday. So that's all what I have to say now.
Those are the three injuries. Ronan Williams didn't train with the team. Temba Zwane received a niggling injury as well, and Toby Mvala is in doubt for the entire tournament. That's what it looks like at the moment. But there are standby players, of course, that have been picked by Bafana Bafana. And one of those standby players called rather late into the team is Iqraam Rayners of Stellenbosch Football Club, who's had a stellar season so far. His return to Stellenbosch has seen the rise of Iqraam Rayners as a 9, as a striker, and that earned him a call-up to go and join Bafana Bafana. But of course, it earned him that call-up sitting with the standby players. And from what we're hearing now, we're going to need those standby players. Do we have Iqraam? Okay, he's almost on the line. We did have him a little bit earlier, but had to put him down. So we're going to get Iqraam Rayners to come on now. I mean, when did he get the news? When the squad was announced on the 28th of December by Hugo Broos, he wasn't a part of the team. He was one of those questions that people had to say, hi, why is he not there? When you look at our strikers that aren't available, Lyle Foster coming up is one of those, of course, and Lebu Mutiba also being another one. Hlongwane coming up from the States, not being able to play for the last 2.5 months or so. We needed a lot more. Iqraam is then the man that we all wondered about. He's now been called up as one of the players that could at any point go up. Iqraam, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Andile. How are you?
I'm good, man. How was your December?
I'm good, man. It was good. Cannot complain.
What did you get up to?
No, nothing much. We only got off. We're off now 2 days. I've been off now.
Just 2 days?
Yes.
Jeez, the rest of the time we're still at work, huh?
Yeah, we're still training. Almost last week we still had to play the final against the All-Star team.
Yeah. So obviously you had to do preps for that. What did you think of that game, by the way?
Yeah, for me, it's all about all the guys are disappointed, but what can we do if we lost? It was not our day, and we had too many opportunities to kill the game in the first half and the second half. But unfortunately, I'm happy. The guys is happy. If they're happy, I'm happy. But yeah, it was a bit disappointed and sad because we lost the game. We could have won in the first half already.
And of course, your bank account is one of the happiest there is, right?
Yes.
Iqraam, I saw you in December. We had a bit of a conversation about Bafana Bafana. The squad was announced by Hugo Broos on the 28th, and you weren't part of that squad. What was the feeling then when you realized or when you heard that you're not a part of it?
Yeah, for me, I was a bit disappointed, but what can I do? It's all up to the coach. It's his decision. But now I'm part of the team, like part of the 27 players. But I'm on standby, so if anything happens, I must just be ready.
When did you find out that you're going to be part of the 27?
I only found out, I think last week, Friday or Thursday, I found out, like, I must just be ready because our manager called me and he said to me, the manager of Bafana said, I'm on standby, but if anything happens in the camp or any injuries, I must be ready to go. So yeah, I'm waiting.
There must be a very weird place to be in because you don't want to see anybody get injured, but at the same time, you want to be there.
Yeah, for me, it's all about the opportunity. If I must get the opportunity, if anything must happen, I'll be happy to go. But I don't think anything will happen. I think the guys that stay, the mentality is good, and they're working hard to go there to Ivory Coast next week.
But something in you, Iqraam, must be saying to you, I deserve to be there. Look at the season I've had. Look at the competitions I've been in. Look at the goals I've scored and the performance I've had. A part of you must feel that this is something you deserved.
Yeah, for me, it's all about, I don't know what to say. like I said to you, I was a bit disappointed, but now I'm happy because I'm part of the team. But I'm one of the players that's on standby. So if anything happens, I'm ready for anything.
Because at 28 now, if you play in this tournament and you do well and you start getting more into this Bafana fold, it puts you in good standing for the World Cup as well.
Yeah, look, obviously if I must go there and do good, and the coach is happy with the performance I'm going to give, then I'm happy.
What are you going to be doing between now and then? Because, the team is off now. You need to stay fit. You need to still be, playing games, trying to find some sort of fitness just in case you're called. So what kind of program have you put together?
Now I have a program of one of my guys of Stellenbosch gave me, so I must just continue doing that. And I'm keeping fit, so if anything happens, I'm ready.
Today alone, 3 injuries were named in that team, Iqraam.
I don't know of anything.
Yeah,
I don't know. So
Themba Zwane's got a niggling injury. Toby Mvala's got an injury. Ronwen Williams has also got a bit of a niggling injury. So what I'm saying is there's a sure possibility. The guys were in Stellenbosch. By the time they were in Stellenbosch over this week, you already knew that you're part of the team. Were you invited to be a part of that team, to go see them train and perhaps play a little bit with them?
No, I think they left today and we only arrive on Sunday.
But was there an invite to say, Iqraam, since you're part of the 27, come meet the guys, come play a little bit, come be a part of the team just in case you get called up?
No, they did not say anything like that to me. The manager of Bafana did not call me, so I don't know of nothing. So I'm just waiting on them to call me if anything is happening, like injury-wise and stuff like that.
Well, you know what? I wish you the very best. I know how badly you wanted this. I know that this is one of those things that you really want to show your talent on an international platform, and this is exactly what this is. You've had a phenomenal return to Stellenbosch, and what you've done for the club and what the club has given you in return, this is good fruits. I really wish to see you there without wishing anybody an injury. I don't know how, but I wish the two things together.
Okay, thank you, my boss. Thank you.
Appreciate you, Iqraam.
Appreciate the message. Okay, thank you.
Iqraam Rayners, Stellenbosch Football Club. Had him on TV, what was it? Just after the 25th, I think it was. Not much of a talker, Iqraam. Not much of a talker. But I think you get the sentiment there. I would have thought, though, they're training in Stellenbosch. They only left today. Tuesday? Iqraam should have been called up, man. Like all the guys that are on standby to say, hey, just come kick a ball about with us. So when you arrive a little bit later, because you're not traveling with the team, you're not unfamiliar.
Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM. Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m.
23 after the hour 6 on the mighty Metro FM. Remember, on Friday is Podcast Friday, guys. And the gents are going to be in studio speaking all things. I think the one thing that the guys said they want to do is break down this new Sundowns player. Because a lot of people have already gone to the stats and said, this man has only done this and this. They want to break down this new signing at Mamelodi Sundowns. So we'll wait for that on Friday. But let me take you back. Last year at some point, it was November, we did a story because I hate it when youngsters have their future, their lives, disrupted and taken from them, and people interfere in what should be a natural a birth into seniority when it comes to football. When other people start influencing it and you get scores like 64-0 in football, 36-0 in football, which makes no sense. So we covered a story very much like that in Cape Town during the playoffs. There were 2 unusual scores of games that were playing at the same time. One was 35-1, the other one was 22-0. Imagine, in football, 35-1, 35 goals, guys, and 22-0. So we spoke to 2-4-Joy coach and manager, and he was not happy with how things went out there. We spoke to the SAFA Cape Town vice president as well, Andrew Bothman, and in the second half of that game, the other one, 33 goals in 45 minutes were scored, right? And we spoke to them and they didn't hold back. They said, hey, there's racism that is happening in Cape Town. They said there's, you know what, let me not speak for him because we've got the interview. Have a listen to this. Then I'll tell you why I'm telling you all of this, because there's been a 360 turn now, and I want to investigate it a little bit. But have a listen to what he said to me when we spoke in November.
Coach, I want you to come out and say it, because you seem to want to get something off your chest. What are your feelings as to what happened with Diadora? What do you think happened?
I'm smelling a match fixing there. And also, Andile, here in Cape Town, I'm sorry to say this, but I have to say this because I'm heartbroken. Here in Cape Town, if you are a black man running a team, your team is not respected well, just like the colored teams or the white teams. I'll make an example of APC team that was Izizwe. It's a black-owned team, so they went to the playoffs for NFD. And there was a saga between a player that was improperly registered from Young Bafana, and then Izizwe won that case, and the case went to High Court and everything. And they made sure that because Young Bafana, it's a white-owned team, Izizwe, it's a black-owned team. So they make sure that the black-owned team doesn't succeed. This is the same situation that is happening now. Everything is being pointing at the black.
Are you saying that Diadora is are you saying the Diadora team is a what team? What team is Diadora?
Diadora is owned by colored.
So you're saying they're getting preferential treatment because they colored?
Yes, because
and
of
you guys
colored.
are not, because you're a black team.
Because we are black.
And this preferential treatment is coming from SAFA.
Yes, because they are the ones that are making all these decisions.
So there you have it. That was what Sandile Nongauza said on air. He said that he feels there's racism between, colored, black, as well as white-owned teams. And there's preferential treatment when it comes to the colored teams in Cape Town and the white teams in Cape Town. So if you're a black team, you'll get scores like 35-1 because the colored teams are helping each other out. His words, not mine. We left it at that and followed up with SAFA, of course. Now, early this year, before we even came on air, Sandile is calling us every 2 minutes to say, hey, guys, I need to come on air and retract my statement. How? Why? You don't believe the same anymore? You don't think the same anymore? Well, let's get a hold of him. Sandile, those were your words. That was you on the show last year. But before we go to, what you'd like to say now about that, the case did go on. The investigation from SAFA Cape Town went on. What was the outcome of it?
Okay, yesterday, investigation we then they found Diadora and Tupa Joy not guilty. Then I was called to EDC because of the statement that I've made on that day. Saying SAFA Cape Town representatives are racist.
So hold on. Let me hear you right. The two teams that were playing on the day, right? 35-1 and 22-0, who were colluding with each other in order to get high scores to beat the one team. The investigation went on in that, and they were both found not guilty. Is that what you're saying to me?
Yes, they were both found not guilty, but the teams that we were playing against, they were found guilty.
So which teams, just to paint, once again, Sandile, before we go into it, I want to just paint a picture. So the teams that were found guilty, because you said to me that Cape Town is divided into three. There's white teams, black teams, and colored teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is, and I just need to know, correct, this is what you told me, is that correct? There are black teams, white teams, and colored teams, is that true?
Yes, the race that are under SAFA Cape Town, from the black guys, colored, white, and Indians. So it's a diversity, yes.
No. I just want to be clear here. Okay. There are black-owned teams, there are white-owned teams, there are colored teams, and there are Indian teams, which is new to me now. So of the teams that were found guilty and the ones not found guilty, which ones fall under which creed, which hue? Who were they? Black teams that were found guilty? Were they white teams that were found guilty?
Okay, no, this team that we were playing against, it's a mix, because there were black people there, and then there are colored, and also in the team that lost 35-1, they are colored. But both teams that were beaten with those high schools, SAFA found them guilty.
You're not answering my question though, Sandile. You said to me, and I'm not talking about what color the players are, you said, your words, that there are black-owned teams, white-owned teams, and colored-owned teams. and they get treated differently depending on who owns the team. So I'm asking you that when this went to DC, which teams were found guilty, which teams were not found guilty?
Okay, yes. I did say that because of, I don't know if it's actually I was angry or what, but I did say that, of which I shouldn't have said that on air, or even if it's not on air. The discrimination of one race, it's something that I should have spoken about.
Okay, and I hear that, yeah. and I'm gonna allow you to say your full apology. I just want to know one thing: of the teams that were found guilty and the ones not found guilty, according to that division, what owned are they? Okay,
us, we are the black team. We were not found guilty, and the Adora, they are colored. They were not found guilty. West Coast, it's a mix of blacks and colored. They were found guilty. What's the other team? I forgot the youth name. The team that lost 35.
Electric.
Also, Electric City, yes. They are also colored own team.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know from you. Now, you've come back and you've said, hey, you want to make another statement. What is the new statement that you'd like to make now?
Okay, I want to apologize to SAFA Cape Town for the statement that I've made on that day, calling them that they are racist. They are treating teams not equally, of which I was out of the line. So hence now I came forward to you guys. And
Sandile, are you nervous?
No, I'm not nervous.
Oh, okay. So Sandile, after you spoke to me on the air and you exposed what you thought was wrong at the time, what happened to you? Did you get called into some sort of disciplinary hearing?
Yes, I was called to a disciplinary hearing. Then from that DC, I got a 3-year ban to be not involved in any football activities. So in my ban, they say that they will suspend it if I write an apology letter to SAFA Cape Town, and then they fine me 2.5.
2.5 what?
Then they 2,500.
Okay.
Yes, for which I paid that before the 31st of December. And then they said, I said to them, I'm willing to go back to the radio station and make a public apology for my statement.
Have you done that now? Are you happy? Are you satisfied with that?
Yes, I'm satisfied because
okay.
I want to be part of football, because football, I live it. The football is running through my veins. So I want to be involved in sport.
Does this now mean that you lied to me on the air, or does it mean this is just not something that you want to fight right now?
No, with the decision that they took, I was not happy about that. But now I'm here to apologize about the thing that I said they are racist. Because
so what I'm asking is, do you not believe that they're racist anymore? Or have you been put in such a corner that you have to say so that you can continue with your livelihood?
No. No, I'm not put into a corner.
So you woke up and you decided these guys are right, they're not racist anymore.
You know what, when you are heartbroken, sometimes you just say things that you didn't mean.
Yeah, then that's what I'm trying to say. So then you must come back and say to us, Andile, I lied to you. I lied to South Africa. I lied on the biggest sports platform that was given to me. I lied and said that people that weren't racist are racist. Now I'd like to apologize for my lie. That's one thing. But if you're saying to me, I still believe in that, but unfortunately, my livelihood is being threatened by the very same people I was speaking about, that's something completely different altogether. I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to think about it. I need to take a break.
Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM. Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m.
It's 1842 in the mighty Metro FM. And I'm not being hard on Sandile because racism is one of the biggest factors that affects everybody in this country, be it subtle, be it institutionalized, be it, just everyday random racism. Says Lali Nigo Sandile. That's why you're going to be hearing your codes. So when somebody calls it out and then they are punished for it, if he truly believes it and it is correct, it's one thing. If you lie about it as well, it's also a big thing. It's also a big thing. I don't like it when people use this platform to come on here and be untruthful to us. Because on that very same show, I took on SAFA Cape Town. I took it all the way to SAFA head office to say, what you guys are running down in Cape Town, we're hearing is this and this and this and that. So Sandile,
Yes.
I'm going to ask you again, to say it's one of two things. You're saying you're apologizing for what you said, you were just angry. So that means it was untrue. Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying, no, I'm apologizing, but I'm not saying it's untrue. I shouldn't have come on the radio to say that. Because those are two different things.
Mm. Okay, Andile. You're putting me in a hot seat now, but I'll answer you. Yeah. No, Andile, because of that statement I've made. I didn't make that statement because how can I put this? I was lying or what? But for the sake of the continuity or going forward and let football to be played and. As I said, I also want to be involved in football, but what I said on that day, I don't want to say I was lying on my beliefs.
I wish SAFA Cape Town would come on the air, because instead of taking Sandile Nongauza and doing what you're doing to him and putting him in a corner and forcing him to come and apologize for what he truly believes, how's about you fix your house? How's about you fix it so people don't think or feel, even worse, feel that there's racism? Instead of making somebody apologize for how you're treating them, how's about you treat them better so they don't have to? Here's a man whose livelihood is football. You've given him and threatened him with a ban. In order to unban him, he has to come on this public platform and say he lied about something that he didn't lie about. Because it's just too much work to look within yourselves and admit to what's going on. I'm not going to put you in a corner anymore, Sandile. I think there's enough that you've said there. They're listening. They were listening then. They're listening now. So to those that have sent you to come and apologize, let's give them, so that you can get back into football, the 3 minutes of apology that they want. Speak directly to them. Go for it. Have your apology.
Okay, thanks, Ma. I would like to apologize to the whole sport, or let me say, to SAFA Cape Town, about my statement that I've made last year. So I apologize on behalf of myself, on behalf of my team, Tuva Joy, and on behalf of my LFA, which is held at the Local Football Association. I hope SAFA will accept my apology, and our lives can go through, or we can proceed with the business that involves us, which is football.
Sandile, you'll let us know if they accepted you back. Because clearly, there's big cahoots of people there that sit in their offices and boardrooms and decide on people's futures, and they don't want to be spoken to in ways that expose them. But I appreciate you for having come on before. I appreciate you for coming on now. You're a bigger man than me. I'll tell you that much, because they would have never gotten that apology from me if I truly believed it. But I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks, Ma.
Thank you very much. It's 1847 on the Mighty Metro FM. Hey, let's leave it to you.
All right, here we go. Call Metro FM now on 0860 002160. Drop us a voice note on 060 552 7303. Waking up, I'm too turned up.
Ayikho lento ekhulumayo lo muntu wamkhombe ngesibhamu ekhanda iSAFA yaselona yaseCape Town. They told him that if you don't do so, we're gonna expel you and your team. So now he's apologizing for his team not to be expelled. There's some threat behind the door. Listen to their voice. He's still not happy.
Ncube ushabalala. What a hectic topic. This is a critical point you're touching on, and I can't help but feel like I've always felt the same. And this spans or spreads across so many factors to show how our country is failing our people, failing our nation, failing a lot of aspects, especially in the economy, because we can't expect an American brand to assist in spreading awareness, to assist in spreading the influence. This has to be done within the country. So I feel like this is not only in sports, but also in music, also in the arts. It becomes a very it's hectic. That's all I can say. It's hectic, but lovely topic today.
Thank you.
Andile, I think the guy is still not happy, and they threaten him that they're gonna expel him, and his team is not gonna have any future anyway because he loves soccer. He's doing what he doesn't want to do right now. Cape Town, there's a division. Cape Town, they are racist. Everyone knows that. So those guys who are in charge of Cape Town SAFA, they pointed a gun in this guy's head. That's why now, even they listen to their voice, the guy is not happy at all.
Good day, and the listeners. This is Fagiso from Harangua. How am I? Damana, Damana Bamutuseta, Damana Vogaba Milis Tunya Lago Lam, our Damanoyaka, our Damanutsi, our
sometimes, we put under pressure. When you are told that something's going to happen, we are going to fire you and all that stuff. That's what is happening to Sandile. He has seen racism, but now he's put on the edge of the mountain to say, we are pushing you now. Go talk. Go and say you are sorry. If you are supported by animals at the background, shame. He was pushed. But we know how Cape Town behaves. Thank you, Ma'a.
Giving ideas.
Hi, Ma'a. Hey. Ma'a. You're speaking to Mvimbi Skosana from Moloto here in Gwamhlanga in Mpumalanga.
Skosana.
I think the guy now for 2-4 was pressed up. He was pressed up to give the information that he doesn't want to give. You can even hear in his speech, it's not relaxed. That doesn't show any apology. I think those people from SAFA, Cape Town, they need to be called and explain their side.
You know what happens when those people need to come on this show. Well, actually tomorrow, Timmy, invite them tomorrow. Invite them here and let's hear it from there. But I want to take some calls as well. Let's take the last WhatsApp voice there.
Hola, Ma'a. Good interview, Le Rayners. The guy humble, and I believe and I wish someone like Ranger, Ramnida, Damane Rayners. Yeah, good show, good show. Iniesta, first time gets a show.
Iniesta, welcome, my boy. Welcome, my boy. Do your thing, Malcolm. Welcome, Iniesta, Papa. What's Iniesta? Malcolm was slow, Iniesta. Let's go to your calls now. Let's go to Sandile. Sandile's out as Centurion. Sandile.
Hey, Andy, how's it?
Yeah, man, sang right, man.
Hey, it's a rhetoric. But is Andile, Sandile.
Sandile, unayuphi.
But my brother, you know what? This is quite disturbing, to be honest. And I want to applaud you for actually putting the interview for what it is, because it's an absolute joke. The guy is incapable of apologizing on the matter.
His body, his mind, his heart wouldn't let him, but he did.
You know what I mean? So So to be honest, I think the guys that asked him to come back here, they most probably did a blunder because they, made a statement from their side. Because right now, what we are getting is that the situation in Cape Town is abusive.
Yeah. To add on to the racism, you're abusive.
It's abusive. It's almost like, we hear you, we hear about you, you appeal, what. But honestly, it's extremely disturbing, and I want to say thank you to you for pushing him. Of course, you don't want to push him to a point where his apology is not worth the apology. But technically, I think the story has been told.
Sandile, speaking about Sandile to Andile, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Let's go to Xolisa. Xolisa is here in Johannesburg as well. Wants to speak about Sandile's apology. Xolisa. Yeah, no, good right, man. You heard that interview. What do you think?
Sandile is not telling the truth by apologizing to the nation, because racism do and does exist in Western Cape. I was in the winelands for 2 years, involved in sports grassroots level, and I saw it does exist. One of the players from France who were playing for the second team, I won't mention the name of the team, one of them was told that he's got an injury and he will never play football again. I took it up to myself and brought that boy here in Joburg. We're trying to work hard to get a team for him. And my wish is to prove to those people that this boy deserves a fair chance, just like any other boy who wants to play football. I don't know why Sandile is apologizing, because what he said, I listened to him when he said it does exist racism in Cape Town. It does. He doesn't have to apologize for it. And as long as we run away from the fact that racism does exist, angeke ishintshe and izosala ikhona.
I appreciate you, Xolisa. I hope more testimonials like Xolisa's come in, so we can start to build somewhat of a case to take to SAFA to say this is what we're hearing. Akona is out in East London. Akona.
Hello, Andile, kunjani?
Yeah, right, man. Teta.
No, man, Andile, man. I think he was supposed to apologize, but I'm not surprised. Even the way our national SAFA is being run, it's the true reflection of what is happening. Sandile I just came to apologize for the sake of Omondo Talipola, so he still wants to be involved in football. That's why he apologized. Otherwise, the statement that he made before, it was the honest and truthful statement that was in. Now he was just posted for the sake of okay, as Cape Town, this thing is not existing, but we all know that this thing is existing.
Akhona ibuhlungu lonto. Ibuhlungu lonto ungabi nomuntu okwazi ukubhack up, ungakwazi nokuya kuSAFA uthi ndikule kona ngenxa yento enje. So you have to come on radio and his body didn't allow him umvile nala apology. They can accept it and they should, but
hence I'm saying he was just apologizing for the sake of he loves football and he wants to be involved in football. It might happen with football is the only thing that he knows,
thank you so much, Akona. I appreciate it. So early in the year, huh? So vroeg in the year. And here we are, East London, all the way there, Akona. Appreciate it. It's about to go 7 o'clock, top of the hour. You know what that means, right? Let me play one voice note while we wait for Faith to come and tell us what's happening on her show.
Hi, the boy is stuck between a rock and a hard place. There's too much pressure. You can tell what he wants to say, but he can't afford to say what he wants to say. Sono Sandile. I just have one question. When do we involve the players' union, or when do they come in? Be it Sandile is registered or not, but when do they come in? Because here's a situation that I think such an institution or group of people should be looking after. Thank you, ma.
I appreciate you. I think this one is a matter for SAFA. I think this is a matter for SAFA to investigate, but SAFA is still trying to figure out if Danny Jordan said 7 million or 2 million, and they're still mumbling over those numbers right now. They've got that to deal with.